try and explain it to you, but yeah, girl, Satan has messaged all over me. Wait, what?
I'm not sure.
I don't get it, but Bob showing is a sin, though. Anyways.
I hope they find the demon, inshallah.
Inshallah, they find the demon.
Inshallah, they find him. That's one of my favorite memes.
Yeah, it is. Bobs are never a sin. That's true. God made bobs. Why would God make such beautiful bobs if he didn't want the world to be able to enjoy these bobs? As in, I've watched a lot of movies. Dang, guys. Oh, I get it. Okay, I understand. Me too.
I still don't get it.
Well, because if you watch films, then Satan has been giving you his message just continually. No? Okay.
Okay. Well. I don't know. I'm trying to yes and that, but I'm like, I don't understand it. I mean, Sean, you definitely don't go to the theater, so, like, I don't know what you're talking about.
That is the first most ritual of straight Satan. Yeah, I feel he gets you. He's gonna get you. Any which way, right?
Yeah, gonna get you.
This girl had a Red Bull at the club. She didn't drink alcohol. She just like waved her uncut, undyed hair around to that Paralyzed by what's that band? It's like a rock like
yeah, I know exactly.
She said it was, and I quote, the best night of her entire life. And I was like, it can't be. And she's like, no, Alicia, I've never felt so free. And I'm like, oh my God, girl. And then she had a real job. She did end up marrying this man. Her and I fell out of contact for a little bit because...
Paralyze her by Finger 11? Is that what
That's correct. That is the one.
Just confirm. Okay. Yeah. That I was like, that timeline lines up with that they'd be playing that in a dive bar.
Yeah. It was called the Back Alley, and it was one of the best bars that I've ever been to at that age in my life. It was enormous, and just they played that kind of like rock and roll slutty music instead of like top 40 kind of. It was like a little bit alt, but still like, you could dress hoey and go out in minus 40-degree weather and go dance your butt off.
Is going out a cult, Alicia? No, I'm kidding.
Is going out a cult? I don't know. That girl was ready to fucking sign up, though. Old Man Felonious, the Back Alley sounds sketchy.
Yes, it does.
Oh, it so was. It was one of the sketchiest places ever. But I had my birthday party there, and Carly had her birthday party there a lot. It was great.
From my experience of the bars that Alicia has taken me to in the past, sketchy. Either sketchy or sticky floor, or both.
I don't manage the bars, Layla.
You just go to them. You patron them.
Sorry, minus 40? I would actually die. Yeah, minus 40. Normally, if it was that cold, you wouldn't necessarily be going out, but yeah. It's like a trope, like a Canadian girl going out trope, right?
I mean, yeah, even when I was like not in Canada, I was in like the Atlantic coast, and just like that's like your first year of college. It's every 2 days a weekend, every weekend, doesn't matter what season it is. You're in some sort of short skirt situation trying to find free alcohol. So yeah.
I was wearing clothes from American Apparel and not knowing my life was heading in a just terrible trajectory. But went up to 5 degrees, too warm to wear a jacket, had to go short sleeve. Yeah, it's really warm here today too. I don't know if you mean 5 degrees Fahrenheit or Celsius. That must be Fahrenheit. No, Fahrenheit, that would be really cold.
That'd be really cold still. So yeah, we'll say really
cold. Yeah.
What part of what part of the world are you in, Old Man Felonious? 5 degrees Celsius.
I think Old Man Felonious might be from Canada.
Canada, no? Yeah.
I might be misremembering. It's been 2 years since the city that fun forgot. Edmonton?
Winnipeg.
Oh, is that Winnipeg?
I bet it's fucking. I'll put money on Winnipeg. Anyway,
I think you mean Winterpeg. The city that
or Ottawa.
Oh yeah, Ottawa.
That's fair too.
I was just about to say that. Hey, we have a friend that lives in Ottawa. Cute. Well, you know what? It was really warm where I am today, and I don't live in the city that Fun forgot. I don't even know if I live in a city technically.
The fuck is
Anyways,
Ottawa?
the fuck
Anyways.
is Ottawa? You do know what Ottawa is. Don't act like that. But
It-
what?
no, no, no,
Ottawa
no.
has spelled
Yeah, yeah,
OTA,
yeah.
so
Get a grip can't
on
spell.
Oh. Oh, I see. I see. Listen, spelling is hard. Hilarious. So, okay, I'll end this story with this woman married the pastor's son, and started her just abysmal, I presume, marriage, and invited me to her gender reveal party. It was the first time I had ever even heard of this because it wasn't
Yeah,
like a
it
common
was
thing
up
back
and
then.
coming. Yes.
So we went to a Boston Pizza, which has nothing to do with Boston and is a franchise kind of like Applebee's back in Canada.
Yeah, that's
Went
fair.
to a Boston
Definitely
Pizza.
did not originate in Boston, but continue.
Had nothing to do with Boston. It's very much a Canadian franchise. And I was like the only non-Mormon person there, and I dressed just vaguely slutty, as is my norm, and scandalized them, which was fine. But I was like, "Hey, man, how are you? Like, you're having a baby. You married this guy. That's great. Good for you, man." And she's just like, "Yeah." She's like cusping on tears, and I'm like, "That's got to be pregnant lady shit, right?" But no, she's like, he made me quit my job, so now I'm making hats. And I'm like, I'm sorry, you're making hats? And she took and showed me. She had a bag of them and pictures of them. It was just like feathers glued to felt and like hot glued to a barrette, like a fascinator. And I was like, she's like, it's actually so rewarding and so fun. And like was saying it like, it's really fun and rewarding. And I was just like, blink twice if you need out.
Yeah.
Because
It's it's giving Erica Kirk, you should not work and have children and commit your life to your husband and your family energy. Even the
that was the last time I spoke to her, and I
eyes,
felt so bad. Yeah. So like, yeah. It was interesting. But
yeah.
that's okay. So yeah, that's what happens if you're in a cult. You have to build hats. You become what? Who builds hats?
A hatter. A hatter. Like,
No, there's a different one. There's a different one. Oh, there's a different one.
are you talking about somebody like a male accessory store? Like a, don't make that motion with your hand. A
One of husbands should
like
know.
like a haberdasher? Is that what you're trying to think of?
That's exactly what I was trying to think. Those guys don't make hats?
No, they make male accessories, or they have a store that's
surely including a hat. That's like the most quintessential male accessory.
Yeah, but females also wear hats.
That's true. I was being gendered about this. Excuse me, I've claimed a G'daimite purchase. I didn't see that you claimed a G'daimite. Where did you claim a G'daimite?
I'm not seeing it either.
Oh, it's because it's showing up in slobs. Do you even know what that is? That's an old redeem.
Yeah. Alicia attempts to do an Australian accent for X amount of minutes.
I attempt to do an Australian accent for as many minutes as I can possibly manage, which is not very many now because I don't do it very often. And it's kind of offensive because I have a lot of Australian friends and a lot of Australian colleagues here. So it's actually, I might not actually want to do it very much. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you guys got.
It is in fact a very deep cut. That was actually quite good. That was decent. That was respectable for somebody who. Have you ever actually been to Australia?
No.
Okay.
No. I don't think it's offensive. Is it offensive?
I don't think so. I thought it was decent.
Oh. Okay. I mean, to be fair, I've done that accent in front of my Australian friends, and they're like, "You sound like you're from New Zealand," and I'm like, "That's fair."
You're like, I'll take it because that sounds the same from
Yeah, at least I'm not doing any sort of like ethnic accent that would offend someone by accident. I think that's the main thing that I would want to avoid there is accidentally doing
you're also
that
not
would be, you know what I mean?
You're not doing all the like stereotypes either, right? So
yes. Well, I mean, G'day mate kind of is, but that's also, they say that. I don't know that that's a stereotype if it happens. Yeah. But
yeah, I mean, some stereotypes stereotypes can be positive or negative, but they are often based in some level of truth, right?
I suppose.
I mean, they come from somewhere.
Yeah, their origins might be in truth.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, get a grip, redeemed, hydrate.
My headphones
Check
did the.
out this
Oh.
sticker. It's a birthday cat rat. Birthday hat rat. I said cat.
A
It's really
birthday
cute.
hatter
Birthday hat.
ratter.
Birthday hat. Yeah, he's a haberdasher.
Ha-
Haber
have haber ratterdasher?
I don't
Haberrasher.
know. I think we're malfunctioning.
I think so too. Should we get back to our chosen topic for the? Absolutely not.
No.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
was gonna
let's do
say
it.
no, talking about Erica Kirk though. This is I'm gonna like go to my soapbox for 2 seconds, but like, can we please deplatform Erica Kirk? I'm so sick of it's like so this is something again, like reading all this cult stuff, I'm like, okay, we're like living in like authoritarian cult energy, like I'm fully
Big time.
confirmed. It's fully confirmed for me that MAGA is like utilizing cult tactics to maintain power, right? And
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
there's like this idea of like privileged individuals within a cult scheme, right? So it's cults are a
Absolutely.
hierarchy, there's a supreme leader or somebody who's on the top of the hierarchy, and then you have these like people who are they're executor, right? So we'll call them like a cabinet, essentially. Cabinet members was the equivalent.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I would say Charlie Kirk was like one of those people, and the power that he could even be his own cult leader, essentially, like Turning Point, if you want to like go in that. And so like the power of these like charismatic leaders is supposed to be so great that they can like have succession, right? In the same way
Mm-hmm.
that we saw in like Iran just recently, that
Yeah.
Ayatollah Khomeini was like succeeded by his son. You're supposed to be able to like maintain power and like essentially transfer it to like a
Right.
next of kin or whatever. And so
There's like a flow. There's a flow chart of like
yes.
basically what happens afterwards.
Yes. And so
Yeah.
like Erica Kirk taking over for Charlie Kirk is like is a similar thing. But to me, I'm like, it is like fundamentally opposed to like all of the things that they're saying. And I'm like, I mean, like for me, I'm like, we support women, but I'm like, not Christino, not Pam Bondi, and not Erica Kirk, like in that same way. And
Yeah.
it's like, because for me, I completely disagree with everything she stands for. So like, I have no respect for her as a person. But then on the other hand, she is like a woman in a cult authoritarian whatever in a space that is saying if you're a woman, you should not have power. You should be submissive to your husband. And so she's like a woman with power in this space. And I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. And so anyways, but I still think like Charlie Kirk was a privileged person in that like space, and like she has now taken his spot, which is so, again, it's so odd to me. But again, I'm very much on the soapbox of like, I'm so sick of seeing her crazy eyes and her like throwing the word demonic out there, and I'm like, you're so stupid. Like I can't.
I don't know that I see enough internet content to have been touched by much of this outside of memeing, but I agree with that. I think any sort of like, first of all, inherited power is antithetical to democratic power, right? Like if you can inherit power, it is by definition not democratic unless that power inheritance was voted in a democratic fashion, such as vice presidents taking over when a president is no longer able to. Yikes. Oh no.
That's again just a reference to the crazy eyes.
Yeah, I think I've seen like this,
Yes,
but
yeah.
I don't know that I've seen like her actual like that sort of thing. Get a grip ass, is there a difference between a cult and a cult of personality? I don't know that a cult of personality is an actual like academic term that
It's
anybody
not.
would have a hard kind of definition for. And I think if I had to weigh in my personal take on that, would be that a cult is a cult, and some of them happen to be a cult of personality. And what that means, I think, is just whether or not the leader is popular,
Yeah,
and whether or not they
so
rule by fear or by affection, kind of thing.
yeah, so it's saying cult personality
So
is state-sponsored, intense, and unquestioning